Husbands and wives of Reddit, please tell me what I need to do to save my marriage. My husband, 36M, and I, 33F, have been married for 10 years. We run away and eloped in another city. There was no proposal, no engagement, no dress, no planning, no flowers, no party, no wedding, no reception, no family, nothing. We were just wildly in love, and it was perfect. We have since had 3 kids, 8, 6, and 3, and my body isn't what it once was. During my 3 pregnancies, I gained and lost a lot of weight. It really changed how I felt about myself. I went from being young, carefree, and teeming with confidence to being really self-conscious and feeling gross about the way I looked. I stopped wanting to do social things because my confidence had taken such a nosedive, and so began that vicious cycle of not going out, not working out, just being a mum around the clock, and really neglecting myself and my own needs. Meanwhile, my husband's social life didn't really change too much. He continued to go out and stay up drinking and having a good time, while I looked after our babies. This isn't really the case anymore. For at least the better half of our marriage it was. On top of this, while I was giving birth to my first son, I was given an episiotomy, and it was stitched back up too tight with an air bubble trapped inside. It made sex excruciating, and I would tear open every time we would have SE, which made me avoid being in any sexual contact with him because it was just so painful. This needs to be surgically fixed, as in the scar needs to be completely removed. I have found a surgeon and plan to fix this next September. Initially, after giving birth, we would try to have sex like we used to. However, it just felt so horrible for me, and he knew that, and it just died down to nothing. Although we do have more frequent sex now, for the better half of our marriage, it was for procreation purposes only. And I know that really shifted how he felt about me. We went from being wild lovers to roommates. Then, in the blink of an eye, it's 10 years later and our marriage is in tatters. We have no passion, no connection, no spark. No little kisses or cuddles as we pass each other by. No, hey, tell me about your day. I feel like his body language when I speak is similar to that of being in physical pain. We had another baby and another baby after that, and no baby showers. No, my wife did so great. Facebook posts declaring his love for me, no flowers or anything. In the 10 years we've been together, I gave up my career to be a wife and a mother, and that's fine. But I really feel like there's no appreciation or understanding from his side for how impactful that sacrifice has been for me. We really have no good memories in 10 years. All the moments we have been ruined by him being drunk and reckless. He has struggled with a bit of an alcohol problem, which currently isn't anything like what it used to be, but for many years it really emphasized the disparity in the lives we were living. I was a mum to 3 boys, and he was still just himself, living his life. At the beginning of the year it got so bad that we decided to call it off, and he went to stay with his brother for a few weeks, and as my last-ditch effort to try make it better, I wrote him an email saying what I needed from him and asking what he needed from me, and we spoke really openly about what we promised each other we would do to keep it alive, and it became our Bible, the new standard for our marriage. We agreed that this was how we were going to carry ourselves moving forward, and it lasted for a month before he went back on his promise and FK'd it up. As a person, my husband is incredible. To know him is to love him. Any woman would be lucky to have him. He's gorgeous, he's funny, he's generous. He provides for our family, and he's the most incredible father ever. But in terms of being my husband, it just sucks. We are now at a point where I can't continue to live this way. I'm sure he can't either, but I don't want to break apart my family. My children need their dad. I need their dad. But I am not sure what more I can do to try repair this without plunging myself further into this hole. My mental health is at an all-time low. I am so stressed and resentful and full of rage that I am starting to make mistakes and with how I carry myself and how I treat my children and the people around me. I have been loyal to a fault. I have been a good wife and mother. I have defended all his mistakes and supported him through all his growth and development as he faced his own struggles. I have given him the uninterrupted space for him to work on his career and chase those dreams, and I have done my best. I know I need to really prioritize myself. I need to do whatever I possibly can do to get my confidence back to where it used to be so I'm nicer for him to be around. But aside from working on me, What can I do to save my marriage?